starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here's our BBB&JOEB, and the BBB, baby, BBB&JOEB, rock, cock, and Joe rally. BBB&JOEB, and the BBB, baby, BBB&JOEB, rock, cock, and Joe rally. We're coming in, only seeking the truth about JFK. It's the Long Coming Podcast crew. Tell 'em, Joe, here we go.
And here we go.
That's right. What's up, everybody? We are here. We are here. It's Friday night, day after Thanksgiving. Your boy is stuffed, still full of turkey and stuffing and gravy. I think, Joe, if I fell down the stairs coming down here, I'd fall, break my leg, and gravy would fall out. But how was your Thanksgiving, sir?
It was really nice. Spent it with my dad and my dad's side of the family. I have some pictures coming later on of some of the Italian cuisine.
Nice.
And it was nice. It was chill. Girlfriend's back in Pennsylvania, so it's just me and the Ruby. And we're hanging.
So you get the whole house to yourself.
Yep.
Nice.
No women bothering me.
Oh,
And I hope she's not watching.
just this man.
But how was yours, sir?
It was good. It was good. Like I said, dude, I ate way too much. Suffered for it all day today, just about. But totally worth it because it was damn delicious.
Yeah.
I figure a couple times a year, it's okay. Gotta let it loose.
Yeah, there's that a great scene in The Sopranos where one of the captains ends up dying on a toilet after Thanksgiving because he ate too much turkey. And he goes, my bowels are stuffed or something. Gigi. And he ended up dying on the toilet. So that's a little
best way to go.
Not the best. On the Pisha Do, they call it. The Pisha. Oof.
We call that around here going out like Elvis.
Yeah.
No good.
It's funny because someone said Elvis went out like that in The Sopranos, I think.
Yeah.
It's been all up in my my reels, the Thanksgiving themes,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's good. I been putting together this PowerPoint of a lot of interesting stuff. We're going to do some Thanksgiving theme type of JFK stuff and kind of interweave it with a kind of fun hangout chill show.
Yep.
Right? Take a break. Yes, take a break from our serious research that we've done in the past few weeks. I wish I could say the same about other people.
We got a new segment to debut tonight, Joe.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. But before we do, let's welcome in the folks.
Sure.
We got Tiny first in line.
Second. I was first.
Well, you don't count.
Okay. So you're first, Tiny.
Sally up in here. Who else we got? They were chitty chatting back and forth. Double B Brandon's up in here. What's up, Brandon?
Hey.
D Dub's in the house.
Funny question, because on members only, remember we said we referred to Sally as a smoke show?
Yeah.
That doesn't translate to other side of the pond, so she had to look it up. I don't know if she knew if it was good or bad, but it is good.
It trusts us. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a
Yes.
compliment.
Tis a compliment. Zendar, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
Who else we got up in here? Internet Slacker. Slacker Dan, what's up, buddy? James up in the house. James Smith, the man with the ordinary name. What's up?
Derek Ward, did you say him already?
I did. I called
Okay.
him DW.
Oh, DW. Okay, I missed that. Got it.
Toops from down under. What's up, Toops? Buddy Jack is in the house. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Jack. How are you, sir?
Well, that's all that is participating right this second, but that is not all that is here. We can see you, even if you don't talk. So welcome in, everybody. Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like this, man. I like this new setup here. We can see everybody's profile pic nice and big and large and in charge.
I am loving Eve Mux as well, and we
Well,
haven't even mastered it yet.
we have not, because I have not seen our names up here yet. I don't know where they went.
Oh, aren't they supposed to come on every like 30 seconds or something?
They are, but I haven't seen them.
Huh?
Has anybody else seen them?
No. It wasn't the Triple B. I quit cigarettes about 3 years ago, and this is supposed to be my last vape. Of course, I said that 10 vapes ago.
Yeah, he's not supposed to do it in the house. Normally his girl's there, but she's away for the weekend, so he's vaping free tonight.
Unless she's watching the replay.
Ha ha! You are not here.
Members only. I don't worry about it. She's not a member, but yeah, we had a good time on members only. We did a brief recap of Lancer, but we really wanted to save most of it for tonight.
It says our name tags are enabled. Interesting.
I even went through all the trouble of uploading my avatar, which was working the other day.
I don't know. I don't know what in the Sam hell's going on. Anyway, it's all good. So, as most of you know who've been following along with the show and members only and all that good stuff, what's up, Grunge Music? Welcome in, welcome in. Edibles work better anyway. Yeah.
No, it's actually nicotine, but
Yeah, just nicotine.
Yeah, allegedly.
Sometimes
not.
Sometimes a little both.
Yes. So.
We do better work not on edibles.
Yes. I have a strict no smoke policy at least 7 hours before the show. Allegedly. Sometimes. Depending on the Friday. But yeah, how was everyone's Thanksgiving? I am kind of messing with the PowerPoint now. Paula sent me a nice picture of a pie she baked, which I'm trying to.
Paula sent you a picture of her pie?
Yeah.
Aren't you the lucky boy?
Yeah.
What kind was it?
Well, we will see. Don't jump the gun. I'm still uploading
it. Oh Lord, what's happening, Jolene?
I believe it's pecan pie or almond pie.
Ooh, not almond. Pecan pie is where
pecan pie. Yeah, I think it's pecan pie.
Yeah, I fuck up a pecan pie. Yeah, Southwest it is. It's hard to believe, but yeah, trust it. It's Friday already.
I know he says that a lot, and time is a flying. That is for sure. We had
Less than a
planned.
month to Christmas.
Yeah, we had planned to have a guest on. I was supposed to procure one at Lancer. That was one of my tasks, and I failed at this task
Miserably.
miserably. But maybe not miserably, if you know what I mean.
There's a lot of shit up here, Jolene. I'm like the teacher, you know. I try to learn all my students' names at least by the second or third month into the year. Uh, but yeah, Joe's journey to Dallas started off a little rocky.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to be on a podcast panel with Matt Crumpton and Jeff Crudell. And apparently there was some horse's assery going on with the airports and the airlines, and a lot of flights were getting canceled
Yes.
and moved around and shuffled around and all kinds of shit. Welcome in,
Yep.
Professor Hoodoo, DB King,
Hey.
an assassin from the JFK group. Might have been old
You can't rule it out.
Lauren Hall.
Yeah, that is true.
We've
That's
had
a good.
John Lynn back on the show.
Yeah, we should have him back on again and see how CooperCon went. Because man,
There's a book coming out too on Lauren Hall. So
by Lindbeck.
yeah,
Wow,
he's going even deeper.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, Jeff
I,
Crudell did not make it to Dallas, so he
yes,
was
his flight
last
was canceled.
week replaced by Jess Connell or
Mhm.
Cannell. And so first, Joe, tell us how your let's start off on a good note, and tell us how your presentation went with or your panel with Matt and Jess went.
Sure. Well, we were at 4 p.m. Central Time, which is kind of we were right before Mark Adamchuk and Adam Eiler, and Andrew Eiler. Sorry, Andrew. Uh, and then there was the banquet on Saturday night, because of course we had done that update on Friday night last week. And this is not coming from me, but allegedly we stole the show because these skafuzas, like a lot of people that were speaking, didn't really have much. I mean, listen, I love Lancer. It was my third year there in a row, right? But the lack of original research was disappointing to me. And I say that with all honesty. And also with the asterisk that I did not see every presentation. But I feel like we, in the past 3 weeks, have had more original research than that whole conference did combined. And I don't say that to, be mean to Lancer. It just was, people either talking about recycled research or, and there were some good presentations. I'm going to talk about them. But we were, Matt and I, obviously we went on his podcast. He came on here. The kids call that a pod swap. And we were hanging out all day.
Is that
And
wife swap?
what?
Is that kind of like wife swapping?
Kind of, yeah. I think that's like in the same, similar
Like you do
concept.
mine and I'll do yours,
Yeah.
and then we'll give them back to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Matt was kind of like I don't want to say the moderator, but he kind of definitely led it in a sense. And the funny thing is, I told the story to the members only on Wednesday. He did a little public research poll, and he goes, Who thought LBJ was involved? 90% of the hands go up. Who thought the CIA was involved? 90% of the hands go up. Who thought the FBI and Hoover were involved? 90% of the hands go up. Who thought the mafia was involved? 90% of the hands go up. Who thought the Cuban exiles were involved? 80% of the hands went up. And like on and on. And it's like, how big do you think this could be? You know what I mean? I think that was probably the America's Untrue Stories, which I will get to their presentation, which was cringeworthy, and that's a nice way to put it. Uh, totally irrelevant to the JFK assassination and assassination research. And that was interesting. That shocked me. But we got into questions like, it's like we started off, what is your motivation for doing this, right? And it's obviously not money. You and I are not getting rich off this by any means, and we never will. We don't have books out.
You haven't seen the Rolex I just bought. Oh, my God. Yeah.
To what extent is it worth it to debate lone nutters? And I brought up Fred Litwin, and how there is some value in it, right? But shouldn't be like a focus, but good to do once in a while. What's the craziest find you ever had while you were doing the podcast? And of course, James Herbert Martin came up. And just like when we went on his show and talked about James Herbert Martin, almost all of the audience had no idea about, the direct line to the White House. Oh,
Brandon coming through.
Oh, wow.
Your sunglasses perpetually fall onto video game controllers. Proud face. Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah. Well, he did say he did say he was going to get crazy drunk with his friends tonight. So, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why it doesn't make sense. But thank you, the Double B. We love you. He texted me yesterday. He was my first text when I woke up. Happy Thanksgiving. And thank you, Brandon.
Shelly is in the house. Welcome in, Chuck.
Oh, hey, Chuck.
He's right.
And so actually, let's Chuck had gotten in a little bit of a car accident, and we want to wish him all our best here at the Lone Gunman Podcast.
Oh, sorry, Joe. 10 pounds just fell on my lap. 10 pounds of sexy. Yeah, towards the Rolex. Thank you, Sally.
Oh, well, better split that with me, bro. But Mr. Chuck did get into an accident, a car accident, and hopefully he is okay. He is recovering. I guess he was with Kenneth Zediker. And, I went on a show a couple weeks ago to promote Lancer, and I have this photo, glossy photo of James Herbert Martin he gave me last year at Lancer, and I always give him props for that. So best wishes, Chuck. I hope you recover well, and everything's okay.
Yeah, and Chuck, hopefully you weren't driving, bro. You are the blind JFK researcher, so hopefully that wasn't you driving. But we're glad you're okay, and we can joke about it now. You're okay.
Yeah. Well, we joke about my scooter accident, and ironically enough, Matt Crumpton had a little gimbal, which is like a GoPro, and he got a picture of me almost getting hit by the box truck crossing the Stemmons Freeway to try to get to the James Tague spot. And we have a picture of that I'll show in a little bit. I didn't get the video, Rob. Maybe we'll do that later. But
you failed at the task. Shocker.
You're so hard. You're so hard on me, bro. But yeah, we wish Chuck the best. He is definitely one of the good guys, and definitely give your prayers to him for a quick recovery. And thank you for popping in, Chuck. We appreciate it. Let's see, where was I?
Tell him to watch a real JFK assassination research show. That's what you should have told him.
Yeah. Chuck, Well, Chuck agreed. He goes, "Yeah, he's right. Most presenters sucked," and I was. It was a little disappointing in terms of just the lack of original critical thinking, right? Uh, and there were people that were good, and I didn't catch all of them. But from what I saw, it was a little. The quality wasn't
Well, there's an old saying, Joe, quality over quantity.
right.
Okay. And I understand you want to pack your roster full day, for 3 days, but, you know, I did, it just makes sense to me that you'd rather have more quality presentations than quantity of presentations and try to figure out, hey, just do it for a day if you have to. If that's all the decent presenters you got, jam them on a Saturday and call it a day.
Yeah,
Other than that, you're wasting everybody's freaking time. I mean, there's got to be some kind of a vetting process going forward, instead of just handing any skafuza, you know, with a laptop and let him present something. You just got to be like, look, what are you going to be talking about? And then if it's interesting, fine, you're in. If it's not, if it's the same old song and dance and nothing new, then sorry, you're gonna have to up your game a little bit if you want to speak here, bud. You know,
yeah. And Paula said the AUS groupie at my table asked me who Martin was. And I don't necessarily blame him for not knowing who Martin was because there's a few of them. I mean, I would assume he thought it was Jack Martin. But we were talking about James Herbert Martin, and Matt Crumpton did a great job at asking me questions of, wait, say that again. He had a direct line to his house installed to the White House communications building. Wait, his wife was under oral contract of the CIA. And then we also went to John T. Martin. So he was really like kind of probing me on that, and we were kind of like flowing, And I was for an hour after, I was swarmed by a ton of different people just coming up to me and talking and asking me questions, and I felt it it was one of the highlights, if not the highlight, on Saturday, because America's Untrue Stories presentation with Grodin, bless his heart, literally maybe 5 to 10% was related to JFK. Everything else was old movies. I guess it was CIA and movies or something like that. But it's like, let's pick our old favorite movies and play some clips. I was lost. I was like, what is the relevance of this? And I get it. They draw people, and that's important.
yeah, but that's your big ticket draw, and for your presentation to not even be 10% related to JFK at a JFK conference, a research conference, is horseshit. I'll just say it.
Yeah, actually, Chuck had a good presentation. I actually missed it in person, Chuck, but I saw it on the live stream replay on Assassination, the JFK Lancer site, um, and it was really good. So I definitely tip my hat to you, sir, for that. Um, but yeah, but like 95% of the people, it was just recycled stuff, old stuff, or irrelevant stuff. Alex Harris had a good presentation. He's always doing new things, of course. Um, I didn't see Bill's, Mr. Simpich's, so I can't comment on that. I obviously missed all of Friday because of my flight, so that fucked everything up. I heard Abbott's was really good. Paula gave us that update, but of course he was on our show, so it was similar. And we're going to get to some of the pictures of when Mr. Paul Abbott gave us a personal tour of the Dallas Municipal Building, and I have pictures of the ramp and the side entrance that Ruby could have possibly gone through. So
Paul's chest,
Paul's chest, he is
possibly his
he
buttocks. Whatever Joe
he's
was focusing on when he was talking. I'm sure Joe has pictures.
I'm not going to say who, but we were joking that he's a dreamy fellow, a dreamy mate. He said mate a lot.
He is from down under.
Yeah, it might be the accent, but he's just so nice of a guy in person. And he was giving tours throughout the whole weekend to people who wanted to go there, and he explained shit to them.
Joe wishes he was down under him. That was a good one. You got to admit.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was good.
It was okay.
It was good.
But I think Paula went on that as well. Simplicity held the model for the ballistics guy. I don't know what that means. Simpage? Simplicity? I don't know. You're gonna have to
I
explain.
mean, Sipich held the model head for the ballistics guy.
But yeah, I mean, good food at the banquet. There was a point where Gruber said something pretty racist in terms of Chinese people and their eyes, and I literally had to cover my face and mouth for 2 minutes. And at some point, everyone at the table were like, "Joe, are you okay?" And I was like, "No, this is just ridiculous." So at least I got a good laugh out of it, and I even shook Huntley's hand and said, "Hey, I'm from the Lone Gunman podcast." I don't know if he even knew who I was or not, but I don't take anything personal. Like, it's JFK research, right? I'm not gonna go up and start a fight with the guy. You know what I mean?
You remember they said fuck those guys, right?
I'm very aware. But no, Gruber said that, but I don't even think he knows. And by the way, you would think they would be at other conferences during the day, during the weekend, other presentations. I'm sorry, not conferences.
Well, they might be at the other conference for all you know.
Yeah, they were not. I did not see them. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone that was there. I did not see them at one other person's presentation. They could care less. And I think that's pretty disappointing and kind of points to their lack of curiosity. Like, we know all of it. Like, we got it figured out. Like, why do we need to go early? Type of thing. And I know Chuck is not a fan of them either. Wow.
See, somebody had told me that Chuck, you were part of the Lancer brain crew there.
Well, he was the MC.
Well, no, I mean part of putting it all together.
Yeah. Well,
like on the board, if you will,
mm-hmm.
an unpaid position.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, I don't know. Well, like I said, they brought in AUS for the numbers because they saw what happened last year without it. And I told Kenneth early this year that I wasn't going to play in their reindeer games and promote that after the horse shit they did 2 years ago. Right. So
yeah,
we did our own thing here in the month of November, and Joe decided to go down there. That's on him.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
I saw the writing on the wall in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the main reason I like to go down there is to hang out with the homies, network. People like
without taking part.
What?
I said you could have done that without taking part.
No, not in the way we scafoozed around and had a million laughs and went out to lunch and breakfast and
You can do that
laughed.
without going to the conference.
Not really.
You can.
Not in the way that we did. We had we essentially it was a foursome in a non-gay way. Me, Matt Crumpton, Andrew Eiler, and Mark Adamczyk. I was surrounded by lawyers, and we were just like, it felt like frat guys you hadn't seen in college, friends you hadn't seen in 10 years, and you got back together and you just laughed at everything, right? The scafoozery in Dealey Plaza with the JFK Jr. people, interrupting the taps that's being played during the moment of silence. And
That whole moment of silence thing is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, but it is. It's a song and dance for Judy Baker.
yeah, well, I do have some pictures of her.
Oh, I'm sure.
I did send you a video too. There was like an old classic muscle car convoy that came down Elm right at 12:30 that like drowned out any sound of anything. I don't know if it was purposeful or not. They had police escorts, like DPD escorts. It was weird, man. But point is, I got to see a lot of old friends make new friends, and that's kind of what it is all about. And I wish I had more time there if my flight didn't get canceled, but it is what it is. So, do you want me to start with some of my PowerPoint, or do you want to start first?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just reading some comments. Welcome in. Peach Sister's Kitchen. Hello.
Hey, Peaches, how are you? Yeah. So this is just a little
Yeah, go ahead and show us some things, Joseph.
montage here for the cover photo of my PowerPoint. But this was, I got to meet Janet Bannister as well, who of course is a sweetheart. She's, obviously a lone nutter, but she's a very sweet lady. And
She's a lone nutter. She hasn't been turned yet.
yes, we will turn her.
And you never answered my question about seeing her in person.
What was it?
We'll talk after the show.
Okay. This is me, Matt Crumpton, and Mark Adamczyk. We are kind of on the other side here of Elm.
2 lawyers and 1 in training.
Yeah, right. Obviously, TSBD in the background. It was a really nice day, besides the chemtrails. And this is on the left here. Me and Matt Crumpton. We
hang on there, Joe. Ain't nobody seeing nothing. Hold on.
Oh. I'll reshare when I can.
You're on it. You're sharing.
Okay. Do you see the cover page?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, that's the speaker list. This is the Scafuzas. I believe Andrew Eiler took this picture. This is me and Crumpton at the Tague spot where he got his ricochet, I guess it was. And you have Mr. Mark Adamczyk here kind of lining up a possible frontal,
the closet shooter.
Possible frontal shot, maybe the one to the neck. But of course, we're just kind of messing around here. Here we have the entrance to the ramp that Jack Ruby allegedly went down. And of course, the irony here is weapons are prohibited pursuant to the Texas Penal Code.
Penal code. Oh,
Yeah, they did not. Yeah, I guess it wasn't in.
Texas, they'll cut your dick off if they find you with a gun.
Yeah, and then I went up to these holes here, these little rectangles, these lines here, and took a picture of the ramp down, which I thought was kind of cool, right?
Yeah,
Um,
stealthy and shit.
yeah, but so on the right here is the Western Union, which is now what is it? A bonds bail bondsman office,
Or if you need a divorce.
or if you need a divorce, or anything, um, which is kind of funny. But that's maybe like two stores down from the municipal building, so it is really close. On the left here is the side entrance to the municipal building, and here you have the sexy Paul Abbott here, me, Andrew Eiler, Adamchek, Crumpton, and Jess Connell, who we saw there as we were waiting for our breakfast reservation at the Statler Hilton, which of course is where James Herbert Martin worked. And I believe Paul thinks that he went through this way instead of the ramp.
Well, Paul's got a wide stance there, man. He wants to. I'll shut up.
Then we have the Scafoosery in Dealey Plaza. You have
Who's the chick in the leather pants in the middle?
I don't know. I wish I did, but you
Judy's
obviously
all velour, man. I bet she
Yeah.
was soft to the touch. Look at that.
she's in tights.
God damn.
You have this Scafusa here. I don't even know who the hell he is talking.
That's Judy's boyfriend.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm joking.
you obviously have Janet and Robert Groden, who are there every year. On the right, you have the JFK Jr. people with their JFK Jr. QAnon jerseys, waiting any year now for JFK Jr. to come back in and save us all. and you have all the cars honking, and it's a mess. And this is during the moment of silence, so it's like so disrespectful. We did go over to the South Knoll, go over the overpass, and that was cool. This is a really good pic I got from facing the, what do you call it, pergola?
Yeah, perugula. You got it.
No, I didn't. Facing the knoll.
Pergola.
Pergola. Yeah. It varies by
when I was there in 2019, we went up to the top of that thing, that real tall building. There's you can like observe shit over the edge at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a cool pic of Dealey Plaza at night from up there.
Oh.
Along with the Dallas skyline, how it's all kind of like neon framed, some of the buildings. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool. I didn't know you could do that. I would have maybe done it.
Yeah, I scootered over there.
You scootered over?
I did, to that building.
In a bird scooter?
Yeah.
Whoa. You're a better scooterer than I am. But this was a cool pick. There were a couple hundred people there, I'd say. It was kind of chaos, but it's kind of like a car accident. You can't look away when it happens, type of thing.
Look,
okay.
when I was there, we scootered all the way to Deep Ellum, which is like blocks and blocks and blocks, like way down. It was awesome. I didn't wreck once.
Wow. Yeah, there were scooters outside of the building. I did not get on them. Let's put us back up there. I don't want to mess with it.
You're up there, bro.
I stopped sharing.
Oh, you mean put us, as in me and you?
Yes, our pretty faces. Yes.
Okay, there we go.
But yeah, I mean, there were highlights, there were downlights. Overall, I had a good time hanging out with our crew that we kind of made, and there are some interesting possible developments, and I think we really crushed it. Matt Crumpton had a lot of really good things to say about the Lone Gunman podcast and how we are really uh, one of the few that is doing original research, and we do it on a weekly basis here, or twice a week, if you remember. And a lot of good feedback, so I was happy with it, man. Um,
Well, I'm glad you had a good time, Joe,
Thank you, Paul.
despite the obvious difficulties with conferences nowadays.
Hmm.
So I've been disillusioned with the whole conference thing for a while now. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on them. I just think that the entire structure of those things need to be changed to fit with the times. You know, I
Yeah,
don't know, and I don't know what the solution is. I'm just saying something needs to change with those things.
right,
I mean, there's just they used to serve a purpose, right? For
right.
people that weren't in the loop, you know, who weren't on these email chains, who weren't trading letters and ideas behind the scenes, you know, just the average people. You know, if you were just an average person, you'd have to go to these conferences to learn anything or actually read a book. You know, back in the day,
Hmm.
you know, when these conference things started, they served a purpose, and now, you know, in the time, like I said, that we could share a presentation here, like we did last week, to the world for free immediately, and you don't even have to leave your house. I mean, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, the medium has changed, and I feel like they do need to adapt. Of course, there is the virtual version as well.
But that all
Of,
needs to
of
be put together differently as well, too. I mean, if you're
right.
videoing an actual event with bad audio and bad visuals and then streaming it, well, that's not solving anything either. You know, you would almost have to have people pre-prepare a presentation like we do, where you can show documents legibly and have no audio issues, and then put together a package, if you will, seam it all together, and then, you know, if you wanted to charge admission, you know, or whatever,
Hmm.
to see it, that's one thing that you could do. But yeah, I just don't know what the idea. And like you said, the best thing about going to conferences is meeting these other people with like-minded things. But
Right.
there's other things that you can do without having to have a conference as a backdrop to meet like-minded people once a year. I mean, on the anniversary of the assassination, you know, people that are interested in it, they're going to make that Mecca trip to Dallas, regardless. And as long as you have a network, I mean, you can put together a Facebook group, Dallas Meetup this year, and coordinate everything where you don't even have to go in a hotel to a conference.
Hmm.
Just go around and hang out with the people that you want to talk to and see the sights. Go to the different places around Dallas or New Orleans or wherever you go, and just have a good time and hang out and not have to worry about that structure thing, you know?
Hmm. Or flights, or traveling, or dropping over a grand. Right.
Well, you still got to travel somewhere to meet everybody.
Right. Right.
But
Uh,
again, do you, I mean, do you feel like you got your money's worth out of your hotel and your travel from the conference?
well, I mean, I paid for 2 nights, and I stayed one night. So, because of my flight situation. So, I guess the answer to that would be no. But I,
But
I,
if
I
hypothetically, if you got there on time and everything went fine, do you think that you would have been happy on your return of investment
from
from
a research point of view,
the reason you go there? You're going to a conference to learn something, right?
hmm
Do you feel like you would have gotten a good ROI from the conference itself? Exclude everything else,
probably not.
then that's a problem.
Yeah.
If you spend all this money to go to this place and you can't hear people, you can't see documents, the presentations aren't up to par. I mean, something's got to give,
Right.
at least to me. And until somebody figures out how to fix that, your boy won't be there.
Right.
What's up,
Right.
T Busy? We see you.
Hey, what's up, T-Biz? Tiny said, just so you know, Jess had great things to say about LGP podcast in her video drop today. Although she couldn't remember Rob's name, she said y'all are amazing. And Jess is she completely won me over. She is a sweetheart and she is a machine. She left the banquet early to do 2 interviews after the banquet, and then the next morning we see her interviewing Abbott in front of in uh, the the DPD building, municipal building, right? Like she's a machine. She just keeps going at it. It's crazy. She has a ton of energy. I wish I had her energy, and I really I'm happy to call her a friend. So
Chase around 9 kids. You have this. You have some energy, Joe.
yeah, I heard this is
Chuck said we'll soon just be stuck with JFK or Jewsbury Baker conference in Dallas. Yeah, well, she can't live forever either. At some point, she's going to fall off the map. Of course, it hadn't happened yet. But then you got the JFK Historical Society guys right in behind her, who I'm sure will continue to do something. And again, it's whatever. That's always been like I always call it the cuckoo conference or the
right.
fringe conference. And if that's what people want to go pay for and sit through, then whatever. You're never going to change their mind. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the serious people who go to hear serious research and new ideas, I get it. But again, we don't have to go to a conference to do that anymore. Chuck, they can listen to your show. They can listen to this show. They can listen to Doug's show. They can listen to Matt's show. They can listen to Jeff's show. And, you're going to hear new information. You're going to hear new takes, new slants on research. I mean, look, this thing's what, 62 years old now?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody solved it yet. New ideas are very rare. New information is very rare at this point to come out. It's almost like you have to take something and rip it apart, deconstruct it, and then reconstruct it through a different set of eyes. Look at things in a different light, a new way to try to make some sense out of things, put different puzzle pieces together. That's about the best we can do at this point.
Right.
I mean, Jefferson Morley is grabbing at straws over there desperately, and they've all come up short. And he's got a straight line to the source, where he can get anything he wants. And again, how many nothing burgers are we going to eat before you put something on my plate worth eating? I don't know. And I feel like there's people that just blindly suck his teeth because he's Jefferson Morley aren't helping the cause. If he got some documents and put something out that was worth anything, I'd be the first one to say good job. But you can't just keep putting shit out there and giving it attributes that it doesn't have. just to try to draw traffic to your site.
Right.
Sorry.
CIA lied to the HSCA. Oh, shocker. Tell me something I didn't know. Um,
Oh shit.
right. That type of thing. Anyways, do you want to get into our new
Segment.
Yes, our new segment. I have
I have
it
a
up.
graphic for it.
You do. I
I
see
do.
it. It's of the week, not of the month, I think.
Well, that's what I put.
Okay. There are enough Scafusas to do one every week, I'm sure.
Well, that's why I put it there.
All right. Well, bring it up. Let's see if we can
All right, let's see if this works. Wrong one. Well, you're on the Scafusa of the week.
Yep.
Yeah, Scafusa of the week. Joe, who is our Scafusa of the week this week?
All right. Well, let me bring this up.
Hey, John. House. What's up, John?
Hey, John. How's it going? So, I'm part of a couple JFK Facebook groups, as I know you are. One is called JFK Files, right? And I post our episode for those in the critical research community. As I know, I actually edited it to say most of you here. Check out this episode of TLG where we try and make sense of the timing of Oswalds firing from JCS and Heidel being on the David Ferry FAA flight manifest on April 8th from Louisiana to Garland, Texas, Hammond, Louisiana. And I post the link to this, right? And this Scafusa to the right, Wayne McCormick, you are first Scafusa of the month, of the week or month. I click on him because I've never heard of him before, because he's obviously never contributed a damn thing, of course, other than being a keyboard warrior on the JFK Facebook groups. And his last post, or one of his last posts a couple weeks ago, was putting an eBay link to Judith Very Baker's book about David Ferry, Judith Very Baker's book about me and Lee, and Dr. Mary's Monkey book by Edward Haslam. And he goes, boring. This is his first comment. Boring. Like an hour before, like after I posted. So he obviously didn't watch it, right? And keep in mind, this is called JFK Files. Our presentation on General Walker was all document based, right? We provided a lot of them. Sorry, but I'm not going to listen to these boring guys for 2.5 hours. So I go, from the guy who posted Judith Ferry Baker book links to buy on here a couple of weeks ago. If you like fiction, I agree. This episode is not for you. And then he responds, she's more interesting than you guys are. And just want to go back to his little picture here. This is the Scafusa who is criticizing us, and you are the Scafusa of the first Scafusa of the week or month. And sheesh, I mean, if you hold those type of views, your opinion means nothing to me. It's like same as if you think James Files' story has any truth to it, right? You just like, I'm not going to pay attention to you.
Well,
So
she might be more interesting than us. Of course, if we were on here telling fictitious stories every week, Joe, we'd probably be pretty damn interesting, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we are document based, research based.
We may not be that interesting, but we are entertaining and we are informative and we are as truthful as we can be when it comes to the documents. We don't get on here and sugarcoat things and lie to you about bullshit. We tell you like it is.
Right.
Sorry, it's not that interesting. It's just not for some people. Some people are just fine living in their fantasy world, and
Right. And that's okay.
their mind, and you go fuck yourself, Wayne. How about that?
Yeah. Congratulations, Wayne, of being our first Scafuza. Highlighted Scafuza.
Yes.
And you definitely meet all the requirements of such. But moving on from that, Rob and I thought we'd do 2 mini segments about Thanksgiving. Rob is going to cover the 1962 Thanksgiving dinner. I believe the last time all the Oswald family was together in 1962. And then I am going to go over Marina and James Herbert Martin's Thanksgiving dinner in 1963. So I figure we may as well go chronologically and
Yeah.
throw it to you. Start in 62.
All right. So in 1962, actually on November 22nd, 1962, to be exact, it was Thanksgiving in Fort Worth. And apparently, Robert Oswald, Lee's brother, was doing up Thanksgiving dinner. Apparently, he invited Lee to come, Lee and Marina, and the kid at the time. And Lee wrote him a letter, Joe. Let me see if I can pull up this letter.
Okay.
I have to add it. This is always fun if I can do this right. Sorry, we are, like I said, we are still learning all of this stuff. So let me see if we can do this here. And let me share this because we're actually going to watch Lee Harvey Oswald at Robert's house on Thanksgiving, live and in motion.
Really?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see if it works. Dun-dun. Here we go. There's no sound. So that's Robert and his kid. Now here's the whole goddamn family. You got Lee behind
Can you
Robert.
pause it? Yep.
You got Lee behind Robert. Robert's on the floor in front of Lee on the right. And then John Pike or Pick or whatever the hell his name is sitting beside Lee on the couch. Now I want to point out something here in a second.
Okay.
Let's let it play. All right, right here. I'm no body language expert, right? But it seems
Mhm.
like Lee is like trying to lean as far away from John Pike as possible. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, I mean, if he was sitting straight up and down, you see where his right leg is. It's like, I mean, he's pretty much sitting like right next to John Pike, but he couldn't be leaning away from this motherfucker any more than he is.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, Pick's legs are kind of spread eagle there. So.
well, I mean, still,
Right.
I don't know. It just came out as odd to me. Body
Yeah.
language.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, here we go. I don't know if that's Marina or not.
Can we get rid of the top? The Oh, there we go.
Boy, you want a lot, don't you?
I think it's Marina. He seems happy.
See how far away he's leaning from Pike?
Yeah.
That's Robert Oswald and his old lady Veda
Yeah.
and their million kids. So there is that.
Happier times. Happier times. Bef-
Wild stuff. Um, I think
Zero.
when we're on pro scenes, maybe it doesn't do any sound. I don't know. I got to figure that out. But here is a picture nowadays of Robert Oswald's house. This is where Lee and Marina went to for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Just a humble
Right.
little abode,
Yeah.
a little
Modest.
two bedroom, one bath house. If you wanted to buy it now, it's somewhere in the $170,000 range on Davenport Street in Fort Worth, Texas.
Hmm.
Um, so one interesting thing about this Thanksgiving dinner is that you have all three Oswald brothers together for the first time since 1953. So in almost 10 years, this is the first time that all the Oswald brothers are together in the same room.
Right.
And conspicuous by her absence, probably by lack of invitation, is Marguerite Oswald, who was also living in Fort Worth at the time. But she was not invited to Thanksgiving.
Huh.
Yeah. Which is interesting. Now, of course, if you believe in the whole Harvey and Lee thing, John Armstrong attributes this to, of course, this is Harvey coming back from Russia now, right? And John Pike's famous Warren Commission testimony where he said that where is it? I can't remember the words exactly, but he says something to the effect of the same guy that he met in Fort Worth in '62 was not his brother. But I mean, you can kind of attribute that to, if John Pike left him in 1953, Lee Harvey Oswald would have been like an early teenager at that point. He'd have been probably 14 years old.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing him for the first time since he was 14 as a man with a wife and a kid. So, of course, it's not going to be the same person that you remember. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah. This whole family dynamic is weird. But there are other pictures of, like there's a picture in Robert Oswald's book where he's holding Robert's daughter Kathy, and a couple other pictures from that day. But at this time, Oswald's doing good. He's got a decent job at Jagger's Child Stovall, right? And so far, everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now back to the John Pike thing. He says exactly, here it is. Well, sir, the Lee Harvey Oswald I met in November of '62 was not the Lee Harvey Oswald I had known 10 years previous. And that's an exact quote from John Pike to the Warren Commission. In the next part of his testimony to the Warren Commission, he was shown a bunch of photographs of his brother, but admitted that he could not identify multiple pictures as the Lee Harvey Oswald that he used to know. One photo that a lot of people have seen here of a little Oswald at the Bronx Zoo, with his sleeves rolled up and looking like a little badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Who purportedly was living with Pike and his wife in New York from '52 to '53. And the photo was taken at the precise time which Oswald was living with Pike, but he couldn't identify him. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah. It could also be, I could also understand him saying it as he wasn't the guy I knew, not a different person. You know what I mean? Type of thing.
Right.
Like
yeah.
maybe his demeanor,
not the literal sense, but
personality has changed. Right. It could be misconstrued. That sentence, I think.
I don't know, Opto. It might have been on a tripod, or Robert was getting up and down a lot. He was probably messing with it while it was on a tripod or something.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
It wasn't Marguerite, that's for sure. Another interesting thing about the Thanksgiving in 1962 is Marina invited a guest. Do you know who that was, Joe?
Was it either one of the older Gregory or what is it? Buhle? Buhle? What? I'm butchering it. Those are my two guesses.
Well, yeah, you were close. Paul Gregory.
Oh.
At the close of the Thanksgiving Day celebration at Robert's house, Lee Oswald, Marina, and June were picked up by Paul Gregory from Robert's house. But while there, he just didn't pick them up. He came inside for a minute and met Oswald's brothers. He met John Pike. He met Robert. and the whole family and the kids, and he hung out there for a little bit before they left. So that was interesting. And of course, at this time, Gregory was studying Russian and would frequently meet with Marina at this time, at least twice a week, and talk Russian. Now, another interesting thing at this Thanksgiving dinner, Joe, is that no one at all, spoke about Lee Harvey Oswald's life prior to 1962. Not growing up, no New Orleans talk, no defection talk, just his life right now. Like, nobody brought it up. Oswald didn't bring it up. His brothers didn't ask him about it. Nothing. He just shows up there with a Russian wife and a kid, which is a little odd.
Yeah.
But this would be the last time that the Oswald brothers would all be together.
Wow.
And of course, interesting that Mama Marguerite was not invited. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I'd categorize it as funny. I'd almost categorize it as sad, right? Not being able to spend the last opportunity you'd have with, your kids, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think of when Thanksgiving Day would have been in 1963, but obviously it wasn't until after the assassination, because we know where Marina went for Thanksgiving in 1963. Isn't that right, Joe?
Yes. Yes. I have all that. Yeah. It was the 28th. According to the documents I'll bring up in a second. James had a good comment. He said the Martin kid probably shot the film. I put that up for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on when we show a pro scene and there's no audio coming through. I don't understand it, but
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get that figured out.
Yeah.
Like, we can play audio like during the opening, like pre-recorded audio. We can play that because you hear that, hopefully. But it doesn't pick us up talking for some reason while we have like when we do that, you probably couldn't hear us talking right then.
Yeah. But we could hear it when I share my screen, which is weird, but not through the app yet. But again, we're less than 2 weeks, I think, into this new EVMux. So
Well, sharing a screen works a little differently than the pro scenes, but
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. So that is Thanksgiving 1962.
That is.
Would you like to move on to 63?
That's how we progress here.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, so, to keep it in context, obviously the Friday, November 22nd, JFK was shot and killed. The 24th, which is a Sunday, Ruby shot Oswald, and Thanksgiving was that in the middle of the next week. And I'm going to read from the Warren Commission testimony here of Mr. James Herbert Martin. Would you describe briefly just where these rooms were in your inn and where the Secret Service were compared with Marina's rooms? Blah blah blah. We don't need to know that. After Marina first came there, did the Secret Service have someone on duty while she was at the Six Flags Inn? Yes. All the time? Yes. Do you recall who that was? Let's see. Well, I remember his first name now, Mike Howard and Charles Kunkel. Lee Gapaz was there part of the time. I believe that was the Russian speaker of the Secret Service. They seem to change quite frequently. Did they have someone there 24 hours a day? Yes, sir. That's at the sixth floor. Martin says, Rankin, during this early period, did you ever talk to Marina? Nope, except to say hello. Do you know whether she talked English much of that time? From all appearances, she didn't. And I believe Gregory was there translating, Rob, on the evening of the 24th at the Six Flags Inn. Did anyone visit you while she was there at the Six Flags during this early period? Not to my knowledge, other than the FBI, Martin says. Rankin, did you invite Marina and her family to come to your home for Thanksgiving? Yes. Will you tell us how that happened? Well, it just happened. I don't know. I think I asked Robert if he would like to come out for dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. They weren't going to have a very happy Thanksgiving, and living in those rooms was pretty cramped. Rankin, when was this that you asked Robert? I believe it was on Wednesday. And yes, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday. I know that, Peaches. Did you include Robert and his wife as well as Marina and her family in the invitation? Well, Robert's wife wasn't there, but I included Robert. He came out to the house also, which I didn't realize. Apparently, Robert Oswald went to the Martins' house for at least some point, which kind of doesn't really make sense when you think about he has his own kids and family. Rankin, did Marina then come to your house for Thanksgiving? Martin, yes. Who all came at that time? Let's see. There were Marina and June Lee and Robert, Charlie Kunkel, Secret Service, and one Arlington police officer. I don't recall his name. What time of the day did they come? I believe it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Did you invite Marguerite Oswald to Thanksgiving dinner? Martin, no. No. Did you say anything to her about it? No. As I recall, I believe I asked Robert if they would like to come. They were welcome if they would like to come. You mean by that you included Marguerite Oswald in your invitation? I don't think I named her. I don't know if she had left by then. Yes, she had left the Six Flags Motel, I believe, on that Wednesday. My memory serves me correctly. You didn't deliberately exclude her from the invitation? No. Then did you at some time discuss with Marina the possibility of her staying at your home rather than at the Six Flags Inn? No, I discussed it with the Secret Service first. When was that? Thursday or Friday? Which doesn't really make sense, right? Before this Thanksgiving dinner or afterwards? I don't recall. I know the Secret Service made a statement that they were quite concerned as to where Marina would go after she left the inn. They had no place to put her, and they had no idea where she was going to go. Do you recall when they made that statement? No, it was Wednesday or Thursday. At that time, did you say anything about that? Martin, I told them that if they couldn't find any place for her, that I would be glad to take them into my home. Rankin, was anything said about what compensation you would receive for that? Martin, no. There was no compensation considered. Yes, he did it out of the goodness of his heart, Rob. Rankin, you didn't suggest any, and they didn't. Is that right? That is correct. Did you discuss that idea with Marina at all? No. They, the Secret Service, told Robert about it, and then he gets cut off. Rankin, how do you know that? Because he told me they had, and then Robert thanked me and said it would work out all right. So let's go to a Secret Service document now. And the synopsis is: in at the Six Flags, chosen as base of operations for the Oswald family. Marina Oswald's first meeting with Jim Martin. Marina Oswald and children go to take up residence with Jim Martin family. Reference is made to M/R, I don't know what that means, of Special Agent Charles Kunkel, Dallas, dated 12/3/63, which contains complete. Sorry?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, a memorandum report, maybe, which contains complete overall report on activities with the Oswald family and the service at the Inn at the Six Flags between November 24th and November 30th. The Inn at the Six Flags at Arlington, Texas, was chosen as the place to keep the Oswald family due to conversation of the reporting agent and Sheriff Lon Evans of Fort Worth, Texas. Rob, remember we were looking for that? I found it. The exact reference.
Nice.
Sheriff Evans talked to reporting agent on the early morning of November 24, 63, and stated he was a personal friend of Jim Martin, assistant manager of the Inn at the Six Flags, and that if the Secret Service would like, he could make arrangements for us to come there with the Oswald family until such time as security was lifted on the family. At first, it was felt by reporting agent that the Inn of the Six Flags would not be a good location due to the fact that it was too public. However, upon investigation at the inn, it was discovered that one section of the inn had been closed for the winter season and would be very secluded. It would be a very secluded location to keep the Oswald family in event more than one day was involved in this protection by the service. As reported by Special Agent Kunkel, reporting agent was instructed by Inspector Thomas Kelly at Parkland on November 24th to take the Oswalds into our protective custody and keep them until such time as we were instructed to drop the security. While staying at the Inn of the Six Flags, assistant manager Jim Martin came to our room in an effort to find out if there was anything that we needed other than what we already had. This was on Monday, the 25th. Reporting agent introduced Martin to Marina Oswald through interpreter Peter Gregory, Russian interpreter from Fort Worth, who was also with us. In the late evening hours of Wednesday, November 27th, 63, Assistant Manager Jim Martin and Assistant Chief of Police Terry of the Arlington PD came to the reporting agent and Special Agent Kunkel and stated that he, Martin, had spoken to his wife and two children in regard to the Marina Oswald family and that they, the Martins, wished to take Marina and her two children, June, Lee, and Rachel, into their home to live until such time as Marina might make other arrangements. So this conversation is going on Wednesday, the 27th, Rob. Thanksgiving happens the 28th. If we go back to a couple slides, we see James Herbert Martin, saying, "No, I hadn't considered it till then," right? So there's some fuckery going on here too, right? At this time, Special Agent Leon Kapaz of the service explained to Marina what the Martins wished to do, and Marina seemed quite pleased with the prospects of going to the Martin home. But she had not been there yet, because this was the Wednesday. However, Marina wanted to meet Martin's wife and children in order that she might see their reaction to her. Marina and her children, June and Rachel. Therefore, on Thursday, November 28th, Thanksgiving Day, arrangements were made for Martin, Special Agent Art Blake, and Special Agent Kunkel to take Marina and their children to the Martin home for Thanksgiving dinner. Upon their return from the Martin home, late in the evening, November 28, 1963, Marina was quite pleased with what she had seen at the Martin home and stated through Special Agent Kapad's, an interpreter, that she would like to go there to live if it would be all right with the Secret Service. This request was relayed to Inspector Kelly by the reporting agent. On Saturday, November 30th, 1963, which would be 2 days after Thanksgiving, Special Agent Bailey and Carter departed the Inn of the Six Flags and went to the home of Robert Oswald in Denton, Texas. Special Agent Gary Seal departed Inn of Six Flags and went with Marguerite Oswald to her home in Fort Worth. And Special Agent Kunkel, Blake, and Kapad's went with Marina Oswald and her 2 children to the Martin home in Dallas, Texas. And I believe they had 3 young children at the time. So that's an interesting dynamic to invite 2 infants, literally, into your home with 3 little kids. This is a United States DOJ FBI document. Marina Oswald was interviewed. This is after the breakup, after the Warren Commission, after they had sexual relations at the Willard Hotel in D.C. Marina Oswald was interviewed concerning her relationship with her former manager, James Martin. She stated that while residing at the Inn of the Six Flags near Dallas, under the surveillance of the Secret Service, immediately following the assassination, she was informed by a Secret Service agent that Martin invited her and her children to reside at this house, at his home. I'm going to read that again. Marina stated that while residing at the Inn of the Six Flags near Dallas, immediately following the assassination, she was informed by a Secret Service agent that Martin invited her and her children to reside at his home. Immediately, I consider, Rob, to be probably that Monday.
Yeah.
So, right? So, I think this was planned all along, right? That's what it looks like to me.
Well, I think Martin was trying to orchestrate getting her to his house all along. Yeah, all along.
Right. But of course, he lies about the date in to the Warren Commission.
Right.
She accepted an invitation to visit the Martin residence on Thanksgiving Day, and while at the Martin residence on that occasion, she accepted an invitation for Mr. and Mrs. Martin to reside with them. So maybe she got the invitation earlier, but didn't decide until she went there or something. Possible. She moved to the Martin residence about November 29th or 30th, 1963, and left her residence on Sunday. Left their residence on Sunday, February 9, 1964. Miss Oswald said during her residence at the Martin home she was under the surveillance of the Secret Service. We know that.
Yes, Martin was married to Wanda.
Yes. She advised that shortly after taking up residence at the Martin home, her womanly intuition, told her that Martin had feelings of love toward her. On New Year's Eve, after refusing to be kissed by Martin when he asked permission to give her a New Year's kiss in the presence of his wife, Wanda, Martin subsequently caught her in the hallway and told her he loved her and then kissed her. She stated she believed him to be sincere. Following this event, according to Mrs. Oswald, Martin almost daily professed his love for her and frequently, surreptitiously...
I think she also told him at one point.
Mr. Burgundy, you have a massive erection.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hugged and kissed.
Mr. Martin, you have
Quite an erection there. In addition, he propositioned her to have sexual relations, which she refused. She said she told Martin that she was willing to be his mistress and that they made plans when she would have a place of her own at which he would visit her clandestinely. So she's saying, you could be my Gumar. Martin also
my side piece, bitch, and you'll be happy about it.
Martin also gave her several gifts, probably from her own money. About January 4th, 64, Martin took her alone to the Tunisia restaurant in Dallas. Secret Service agents occupied a table nearby. On this occasion, Martin professed his love to her, and she replied to the fact that everything would be. I don't know if I have something else here. Oh no, everything would be okay or something. So
That would be fine.
that would be fine with me. Um, so it seems to me that the direct line into the from Martin's home that was installed on, I believe it was December 2nd, was probably a condition of her moving in with him, right? If you hear anything, call us immediately, type of thing. But also that it was predetermined that they were going to try to get her, Secret Service, to move in to the Martin home way before Thanksgiving, a couple days before. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how it reads to me.
definitely some sussy stuff going on there.
Definitely. So, um, that's really all I have on that. I mean, we can go on for another 2 hours on James Herbert Martin and Marina, but we want to keep it kind of Thanksgiving related. Um, so,
And we could have done a show about Jack Ruby, if we're talking about eating out, but for Thanksgiving. But yeah,
well, we know where he was at Thanksgiving on 63 at least.
yeah, he was getting his salad tossed in the Dallas County Jail,
Yeah.
diddying it up.
Yep. Yep. He was definitely, I'm sure he got served like a nice Thanksgiving dinner though there.
Oh, I'm sure they took good care of him there.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, speaking of Thanksgiving dinners, Rob, I wanted to show you a
You know,
little.
these Italian Thanksgiving dinners always intrigue me.
Yeah, so us Itals. All right. This is on the left here. We have kind of the appetizers, hors d'oeuvres. I don't know what you want to call them.
What's that green shit? Seaweed?
This no, it's hot Italian peppers.
Oh,
And the thing about these peppers, Rob, is they are like a lottery pick. Some could be not hot, some will have your mouth burning for hours. You don't know. So, what you do is you take a piece of bread, you take a piece of mozzarella, mozzarella, you take a piece of tomato, and you take a piece of pepper, and you make a little sandwich. And add some prosciutto, right?
prosciutto, yeah.
Yeah, and kind of just fuck with it, as you can see on the right side, right? You can see my plate here, and then in the middle. I'm sorry.
Did you win the lottery?
Yes, I got a really hot one, and my brother's girlfriend, who came for the first time, got a really hot one and was like really surprised, and was like, oh. I was like, just eat some cheese or some bread. That will help.
Pipe down, Toots.
Yeah, you got some stuffed mushrooms in the middle here, bottom. You got some shrimp. I'm not a shrimp guy. A bunch of bread, crackers, cheese, olives, all that good shit, right? Then we got the pasta course. So after you stuff your face with the appetizers, for lack of a better word, there's a pasta course, and it's meatballs and sausage. This year it was hot sausage, not sweet, which I love.
That looks
So,
good. That looks good there.
yeah, you can see I love my crushed red pepper on it.
Rigatoni, yeah.
Yeah. And so the key is not stuff yourself before the turkey comes.
Well, it seems like it'd be hard to do.
It is hard to do. And
You
on the
got
right,
dessert after that, shit.
and on the right, my brother's girlfriend said you have to try mashed potatoes with sweet potatoes in the same bite. And I'm like, huh? I've never heard of this.
What?
Yeah, like a mix. You see on the fork on the right?
That sounds like a little scafoozery.
It might be, but it's pretty good because I'm not a big sweet. I'm not a big sweet pepper or sweet potato guy. You know, like not at all. I'm more of like a mashed potato guy. But if you get the dimensions right, in a sense, it's actually pretty good.
John had me LOL in there.
Let's see what else I got here. Then you got the bird, which my dad air fried. He has some air fryer, so not like in the grease like a deep fryer, but like air fried.
Okay.
And then he cuts it all up: white meat, dark meat, blah blah blah. Then we got the pecan pie, and oh my god, oh man, did I just mess this up here?
Probably.
Yeah. I think I messed up Paula's picture of her pie, who was the only one to send me her pie. Let me redo it here. Oh no. Yeah. So this is a pecan pie, and on the right is Paula's pie that got cut off. But let me bring it up again in a different window. I know.
You tease.
Uh,
You tease.
let me see. And Paula's pie looks pretty fire, I must say. Let me share this now. Paula seems like a really good baker. Oh, no,
Oh, we're in the rabbit hole.
no, we're in the rabbit hole. Let me stop sharing.
What the hell was that?
I was trying to share it through my email thread. Through my Gmail. Give me a second. Let me save the picture.
What the hell's Sally eating over there for Thanksgiving?
Oh, she sent me a message about it. She
Elasticated stomachs, mashed potatoes, and horseradish. I mean, what kind of shit is that? Ricotta pie? That sounds disgusting.
all right. This is Paula's pie,
I
and
did.
this looks really good.
I did. Too much.
Yeah. See, I was stuffed. I had no dessert. I was like, I was done. I was donezo after the pasta and the turkey.
Oh, I was done, and then I ate dessert, and I was really fucking done.
Can you see this?
Oh, that's a pretty pie, Paula. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. You even got crust design with a
Yeah. Pumpkin? Is that pumpkin?
little pumpkin crust thing in the middle. Wow. That looks delicious.
Right?
Is that thing is this pumpkin pie or is this a sweet potato pie? They look similar.
That's a good question. I'd have to ask. I don't know if Paula's in the comments. I haven't been looking
I
at
know,
them.
Sally. I think Joe made that horrible joke last week.
Which one?
They don't do Thanksgiving in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, all right, don't get mad at me, Sally. She goes, sounds yummy, but how can you eat pasta and meatballs and then a turkey dinner? I don't know. Is your stomach elasticated? I hate turkey. That's what we traditionally have over here for Christmas. I've ordered a beef joint instead for Christmas. I'm allowing myself a meat day. Loads of pigs in blankets. Ours are chipotlata sausages wrapped in steaky. Streaky.
Comment of the night goes to John Limback. Was that a 6.5-inch pie tin or a 7.35-inch type pie tin? Size matters. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
We're talking about rifle size here, not get your minds out of the gutter, people.
Yes. And yes, it is pumpkin pie, Rob, Paul says.
Well, if ricotta pie is cheesecake, then I am a fan of cheesecake,
Mhm.
New York style.
And then after that, there's Yorkshire puddings.
I don't
So
trust
that
anything called pudding from over there across the pond.
so
That
it's
means there
just
could be anything in that shit.
yeah. I guess it was just her and Bobby Thundernuts. Is that his name?
Yes.
This year for Christmas, so we're gonna have a lazy one. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Sally. I family events are sometimes a lot, you know. Um, but it was a good time. And what was your favorite dish of?
Shit, Sally's never had pumpkin pie.
Oh,
You're missing out, dear.
do they not have pumpkins across the pond?
I don't know. It might be worth an order from Goldbelly, though, Sally. I'm sure they would ship to you.
Yeah, it's just batter. That's what she said.
Baby batter. Uh,
But yeah, it was good. And yeah, that's kind of the Italian way of doing things. There's always a pasta course, even on Easter. Um, doesn't matter. It's just at least Northeast Italians. I
yeah,
can't
we
speak.
had a pretty much traditional spread. I went out to my aunt and uncle's house for Thanksgiving, and they had turkey, ham, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, macaroni and cheese, deviled eggs,
Oh, I like that.
cranberry jello salad. Um, and then for dessert, there was pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, of course, cookies. There was peanut butter fudge, rum balls, pound cake, lemon flavored pound cake. There was quite the spread, and
Wow.
of course, snacks and all beforehand, chippies and stuff, and crisps, as you call them across the pond.
Hmm.
And football on the television and
Yeah.
beers flowing and wine flowing, and a good time was had by all. I did get hit
Nice.
in the nuts though, Joe.
What?
Yeah.
By who? Intentionally, unwittingly, wittingly?
No. My cousin's grandson, he's like 2 years old, and he is a holy terror. I mean, he's ready, but that dude is running around. I mean, but he was running around after I got there and going up and hitting everybody. And I turned around and he hit me square in the nuts, like hard. I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
you little bastard! Somebody come get this damn kid." Yeah, deviled eggs. Oh my god, I must have ate 4 or 5 of those, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Zendar just said, "Love devil eggs," and I do too. And get the horn ready, Mike Library man. What up? What up for the
Yeah, you need
Pepto?
some Pepto.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure, bro.
And Sally just sent me a message. I don't know if you could see
Thank you,
this.
Mike.
Um,
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, Mike. I'm not going to download this and take time, but these are the uh, the
Cow vagina?
Yorkshire pudding, and they really do look fire. They kind of look like a like a cannoli of some sort with like some cream in the middle, but like with some bread around it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow. And look at these pigs in a blanket. Last one. Here, let me see if I get.
Pigs in a blanket?
Or I guess it's like sausage in a blanket or something.
Is that
Or
is that bacon wrapped sausage?
I think it is. Yeah. That looks fire.
That would be
That would be fire. So yeah, that's all I had. We thought we'd uh give you guys a break from some of your families over after yesterday and come and hang out and talk JFK, which of course we do every week. And
We'll
thought
be
we'd give
back
it.
with the usual suspects next week.
Yes, sir.
Back to the research with Larry Hancock and hopefully David Boylan,
Yep.
or it'll be the Joe Show next week.
No, I hope not. They had a really good presentation, and I had to move all the way to the front to like take little notes on it. Uh, but it seems to be really interesting, and they are definitely the not included in not having original research because they always do. And
What did they talk about there?
I don't want to ruin it, but they talked about
Well, just an idea. You don't have to ruin it. Just be really vague,
um,
like the topic or the title.
they talked a lot about Harvey's test, Force W. Uh, some of his, I guess they found more documents of Harvey's travel reimbursements, uh, and talked about the Black Propaganda Project, which was run by some guy named Tilton, with help from Inca, the information. What is it? Nor- Northern Council of America or something. Um, they talked about some Hosty information, some tidbits, and his boss, Walt Pataki, and who was close to Harvey. And yeah, it was a little hard to kind of see the screen, which is why I had to move up, and I was kind of like squinting to like write down notes. But I'm going to get a little recap from them in the next couple days, so we could do our due diligence and have some good questions for them. I think they are also working on naming some of the people as a follow up to the Oswald puzzle, as in their best guesses of who could have possibly worked to frame Lee. So I'm not sure how much of that they're going to get into. I'm not sure if it's complete yet, but it's always a good time with Larry Hancock, and David Boylan is of course your go-to guy on everything Cuban exiles. So
Yeah, can't wait to talk to both of them, David especially, just because we haven't talked to him yet.
yeah, he was sick last time.
Yeah, I'm over here dying. I don't know why I got the coffees, but I do have a surprise for everybody, Joe.
Oh, I like those.
Before we get out of here, of course, we'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Just a kind of a laid back show, just because of all the hoopla recently and ordeals and all of that. We'll be back to it next Friday night. Like I said, with Larry Hancock and David Boylan. We'll have a book review for you, and of course, the members only next Wednesday for sure.
Yeah.
And again, thanks guys for sending the super chats. That's awesome. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And are very thankful for each and every one of you.
Yeah.
So,
except for the Scafuza of the week or month.
yeah, Wayne McCormick.
And by the way, if you are on a Facebook group and you see someone who is worthy of being the Scafuza of the week or month,
Email your evidence.
yes, screenshot it and email it to the Lone Gunman Podcast at gmail.com. And we will highlight them
Yes.
and shout out their scafoozery and foolishness. As dude didn't have to comment boring. He could have just, there's something
I
called free.
guarantee you he didn't even bother to click the link.
Right. There's something called free will, where like if you don't want to watch something, you don't have to. You don't have to just comment boring just to be a dick, and that's why we called you out, sir. So fuck you, and
Go fuck yourself.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Where's Dino?
He dare not talk for the record, but he said, "Come to Bourbon Street and I'll show you what I think of the case." The greatest lies are told in the name of truth. The greatest crimes are committed in the name of justice. The quotation is Jim Garrison's. It could be used for him or against him in this strange case. Good night.
I finally got the Dino clip up here in video form. It's back. Dino's back after a year hiatus.
Glad to have Dino back for sure. And thank you for everyone who has joined us. We appreciate it. Ruby, stop crying. She won't. She has treats at my feet, and she knows that she's going to get held up to dance, and she's smart.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Yes, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Peace. Ended on Ruby crying.